I am Dave, we are Accessrock, and today we have the great pleasure to talk to Lzzy from Halestorm.
How you doing?
Hi, I'm very good. Actually, there was in Sweden last night, people, the fire departments and government actually issued a warning about the storm coming in.
Yes, yes. They were very... A hailstorm, no less.
Yeah. They didn't know it was...
I know, we were in Denmark last night. We were in Copenhagen last night, and it was a crazy storm there, but it was a hurricane that they were predicting outside, but it was hailstorm inside.
No worries. It was just hailstorm.
Yeah,
no.
It's okay.
Are you going by bus or plane?
Bus.
Yeah,
bus.
So it wasn't kind of like, could we make it?
Yeah, hey, we can get through anything. It's nothing. It's same thing in the States. It's like, oh my God, there's this big storm coming, and then it's like a few flurries, and they all shut down the schools just in case. But yeah, it's like everyone like runs to the store, gets milk and bread just in case it's the apocalypse and we never get food ever again. And why milk and bread? I don't understand that either. Like, get donuts or something that you would rather die eating, I guess. I don't know. Ice cream. Pizza.
Ice cream and donut. Next time a storm is coming, ice cream and donut.
Yeah, no bread and milk.
So that's what you eat then?
Oh, all the time. No, I try not to. My little brother in the band, he's our human garbage disposal. So yeah, okay. we give all that stuff to him.
How does the rider look for Halestorm?
It's kind of small over here. We don't really need much. It's usually there's beer and water. Wine, probably some whiskey, and then we have like crackers and cheese and stuff like that. But you know, so actually on this tour it's been amazing. We're with Alter Bridge, and they have just amazing catering with every place. So it's like, yeah, we're eating pretty good on this tour.
How is it to play with? Well, you both played before and with Miles now.
Yes, correct. Which is amazing. That was his idea. So yes, we're playing with Alter Bridge, and then I'm also joining Miles on stage every night, and it's such an amazing experience because I love that man to death. I love this whole band. They're just the most amazing dudes, and there's so much mutual admiration and respect, and the love is bursting at the seams at all these arenas. It's just amazing. But we've all known each other for years. Like, we've known Mark for a couple of years, and we've known Miles, and we've played with Miles and Slash when he's playing with Slash, but we've never actually been on a tour with Alter Bridge. So it's our first time doing that, and they just kill it every night. And it's like, man, we gotta practice. Every time we see them, you know what I mean? Yeah.
You've been constant on tour for...
Oh yeah.
How long?
We've been on the road. This isn't really dates, but we've literally been away from home a little over 300 days this year. So it's, we're road dogging it. We're always, we're keeping very busy, which is good.
But you had time to actually record a cover EP.
Yes, we recorded that a few months ago, and we actually recorded that over Grammy week, which was not the best idea because there were a lot of parties that we went to, and so like we'd like come back and then try to do an AC/DC song. You're like, we'll do it tomorrow.
That must be the best move.
Oh, it was actually. We ended up getting a lot down that we probably wouldn't have done otherwise. So, yeah, that was exciting. We do a lot of stuff on the fly, and we've begun writing for the next record, and we're going to be taking a little bit of time off in the beginning of the year, like January, February, just to get that done, right, and then get back out on the road. Then we're coming back here on April 16th, I believe. We're coming back, so we're coming back as a headliner and doing all of Europe. So
Debaser Medis.
Yes.
Medis, 16th of April.
Yes.
Very nice. Because I was thinking, on the EP, you are doing a lot of covers. First of all, are you, when you do a cover, are you kind of scared to outdo the original?
I'm never scared to outdo. I'm just trying to like not screw it up, We're trying to not, we're trying to do it justice, but at the same time, you're trying to do something a little different than the original, which was the hardest was trying to figure out how to do the AC/DC song "Shoot to Thrill," because contrary to popular belief, because everybody always thinks that AC/DC, that's easy.
So easy. Yeah.
You just yell and you play 4/4. No. That was the hardest one to do because of all the intricacies and just the push and pull of the groove and the placement of the vocals and everything they are very particular about how they write songs. They groove so hard, that we were messing it up. Like, we had to do that a lot of times. And then, I told the guys, I'm like, well, I'm not really doing anything different as far as vocal wise, because it took us a long time to actually learn the song. Sorry.
Sorry.
No, it's not you. Dishes, anyone?
So here's the
See, there's the catering that we're talking about.
The
Yes.
famous one. Perfect.
But yeah, anyway, so we did the AC/DC song, and I noticed that I was singing it kind of just the same way that he was singing it. And so I forget who it was, whether it was Joe or RJ in the band, that was like, well, idea is, well, why don't you do it more Janis Joplin style, as in just like let it out type of thing, since you're a girl anyway. So I did, and so I ended up like doing like these weird screaming moves that I've never really done before. Yeah, partially because I'm sure we were out at a party the night before too, but so it wasn't totally my technique. It was just
that was
a little too much the night before. But yeah,
because I was thinking on the strange case of the sound is very polished. You sound a bit polished, because I fell in love with your voice live.
Thank you.
And the EP is also a bit more. Your voice is a bit more rough.
I agree, and I think it's more. There's a difference when you are playing for people instead of playing inside of a tiny room. And I think you want to give 110% when you're in front of people. Whereas when you're singing with yourself, it's hard to capture that. It's hard to like recreate that feeling of being in front of a lot of people and singing live. That's why we've really struggled to try to capture that essence. It's funny because we were just talking about that moments before I walked in, because we're all kind of trying to figure out how we're going to do this next record, and we were saying we have to find a way to capture what we do live without doing a live album, because we love doing that too, but that's easy. We just go out on tour, have somebody record it. That's easy. But we want to do a full-fledged record, but we want to really capture that energy. So we're going to try to do that again this time. With each one we get a little closer, but
more drinking.
Apparently, yes, apparently more drinking and less production. Instead of making everything sound so clear and clean, accepting the mistakes and be like, okay, look, this is what happened. There's a moment.
Yeah.
Keep it. Don't do it again 15 times. That's the one.
We're just going through it.
Yeah.
No. I was also thinking, I have to bring up the female part.
Oh, of course. That's fine.
Okay. Because you are actually, how do you say, play off of that you are a woman.
Oh, of course.
And sexy,
of course.
I'm not at all judging that.
Oh, well, thank you. Exactly. See?
Yeah. So, but do you ever feel like there is a kind of like a thin line between?
Of course, between
like being a role model and being sexy at
the same time. It's definitely a fine line to walk. A rule that I go by, and I do make sure that I do everything I can to make sure that I have something to back it up. If you're going to walk out on stage in the short skirt and the high heels, make sure you can actually sing and actually play too. I don't want everything that I have riding on it. But it's fun. I think I do it more selfishly for me, not necessarily for attention, but I'm holding on to every shred of femininity that I can because I live with a bunch of boys, and I love hanging with the guys. Like, that's my favorite thing to do. And I've never really been a girly girl, but it's fun, with sex and rock and roll kind of have gone hand in hand since the beginning of time. So It's fun to go out and be like, hey, how you doing? Look at me in my sexy outfit.
You could actually
because I can
run on the stage in those heels, sing and play at the same time.
True, that takes practice.
Oh yes.
And the right shoes. Everybody always thinks, you can go up in any heels and you can do that, and you can't really. There are certain shoes that I'll get, for either as gifts or I'll buy thinking they look awesome, and then you can't wear them for more than 30 minutes, and then there are other shoes that I can wear all day. So it's just being picky and choosy and understand, having some ankle support, like making sure you're not going to break something while you're jumping up and down. Now, I'm not as stupid as I used to be, because when I was a kid, and when my bass player, I guess I freaked him out the first time that he joined the band, because I used to jump off of half stacks with my heels. So there would be something about this high, our amps would be back here, and I would climb on top of it and then jump off with my guitar. And I didn't hurt anything, but it got to the point where the guys were like, if you can't go on stage, we don't have a show. So maybe you should stop being as stupid. So you can still be stupid, just not as stupid as that.
Maybe just from this.
Yeah, from there,
not
maybe,
that,
not here.
Yeah.
Yes. So, yes.
Also, preparing for a show. How do you sound?
I mean, again, try not to be stupid. I definitely do not condone staying out till 4 a.m. drinking every night. That does not work well with the schedule that I have. So, in a lot of times for an entire tour, I won't drink. I'll limit my caffeine intake just because I'm kind of susceptible to dehydration, and then if you sing on a dehydrated voice, then you're just irritating it further, and then you got to do it all over again the next day, and then it's just it backs up. You can never catch up, basically. So I drink a lot of water. I do my warm-ups, which, just warm-ups with scales and a lot of weird noises, just to keep, just the whole thing, and, and make everyone go, what the hell is she on? And then after the show, I do cool downs. It's very much, I do exercise every day, try to keep the stamina up, try to eat right, even though it's kind of tough on the road. But, I don't know, you do the best you can, and, you try to think of yourself as not just a singer and a person, but an athlete as well as your body is your instrument. So what you're doing to it, yeah.
I saw you just jump in from the cab from the airport on stage when you played the Rock Award with Slash before
Oh yeah,
Slash.
that was hilarious.
Just whoops.
Let's go.
There you go.
Exactly. Well, and there are so many things that happen to me in my life that are like that. So you have to almost be prepared for anything and make sure that when you wake up in the morning, it's like, okay, so how's my voice? Did I do something wrong last night to make sure that, you have to almost make sure that you're on your game because, we're in the cab going to the Bandit Rock Awards, and then we get a call from Slash's people, we need you in sound check right now. And then, okay, so I grab my water and I'm going up there. Hopefully it's okay, but it's because of trying to take care of myself that I'm 9 times out of 10 I'm able to do that. There are certain times, where obviously you're on more of the Janis Joplin side than you'd like, and you're a little bit raspy because it's been a busy schedule or something, but that's rock and roll and you make the best of it, so,
Being named Goddess of Rock and everything like this.
That's so funny.
First of all, how do you stay humble? Second of all, do you have to stay humble?
Of course.
This is rock and roll.
Of course. Well, there's a difference between being confident and knowing that you can walk into a room and do what you do best, because I've been in this band for 16 years now. I know what I can do and what I can't do. So, but it is extremely flattering to hear people to hear that people enjoy what you do and or that think that you're pretty or something like that. It's nice to hear, and it would probably weigh a little bit on your conscience if everybody was like, you suck and you're ugly,
Yeah.
So it was definitely a confidence booster. At the same time, you have to kind of do everything that you do for you as well, while still being, a service to other people. But you have to almost walk in and say, you know what, I love what I do, I love the people that I work with, and that's all that matters. So,
does the other guys in the band mock you when that happens?
Of course, they make fun of me every time. There was a period of time where I was on a couple magazine covers, and every time we would stop in a town, they would literally go to the magazine rack or the bookstore or wherever they could find it. Hey, Lzzy, look who's on the and just make a big scene. And it was just, I'm like, guys, come on, And then almost always there would be somebody be like, so that's you? Oh, hey, like, come on, guys, It's just silly. It was just, they're very silly about it. So, but they're all waiting for like, well, we're waiting for our time. When's the hottest dudes coming out? I've been campaigning for that. One of these days, it's gonna happen.
We at Accessrock could actually do this. So.
I know, because you guys are good about that.
Yeah, we get a hottest rock guys.
Yeah, well, you don't have to put them in bikinis or something. Just
bikinis would be great.
But it would be hilarious.
Shorts.
If you could get a bunch of dudes to do that, But just so you know.
No. But also, you've signed the dildo once.
Yes.
I heard.
Yes. Little birdie.
Yeah.
I've also signed a man's ass and There have been a couple things that I can now not unsee. You know, they're just there in my mind. But
was the dildo a man's or girls?
You know what? I don't know. It was a couple that ended up asking me to do it. So it could have been both of theirs. Maybe they share. I'm not sure how they got it into the venue because they were like, it was one of those venues that they were checking the bags and everything. So, but then again, I guess it's not really a weapon unless you're using it for.
Depends on size.
Yeah, you're right. The size matters whether it's a weapon or not. So it was decent. It was normal, kind of. You know,
normal.
It was about yay.
Yeah, it was
big.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So
one of my proudest moments.
What you will be forever remembered.
Yes. If I died tomorrow, she signed a dildo.
No. I hope everything goes really great tonight.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Hey, me too. Every night. So you never know. We plug in, we play, and we have a good time. That's about the long and short of it. So usually it's a good time.
But tomorrow you're going to Gothenburg.
Yes. Full headlining set tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you're bringing a Swedish band, or Swedish UK band, Blackwater.
Yes, Blackwater.
So tomorrow in Brewhouse, Gothenburg, and then it's Oktober, Malmö. Mm-hmm. Also with Blackwater.
Yes.
And then you're off again to Denmark
with Oktober, yes.
So you're like,
Oktober has taken a little bit of time, and so we decided, no, we're just going to keep going. See ya. We'll see you in a couple days. Yeah. Hey everybody, I'm Lzzy Hale from Halestorm, and right now you're watching Access Rock. Yeah.